Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome into the room. I am here again, your host, Chantel Sierra Shakim, here to show up into this TikTok world and really tap into the energies of the day. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Today, I am going to do a 7-card pull like I normally do. Greetings, Kiki. Welcome, girl. You came in right on time. I am here again to do this 7-card energy pull, but I'm also opening up the stage and the platform for questions. So if you have some questions, if you have some wanting to get some clarification, this is your day, this is your time. But I typically come on here, pull a card for the day, and then tap into the energy of it. You dozed off yesterday. I wonder where you went, sis. I was like, what happened? We was a little later than usual. But yeah, we're going to get one card right now just to pull the energy of what Spirit would like to discuss today. If you have questions, please pop them in the chat and we'll tap in with that too. It wasn't an exhausting day. Yeah, that energy was pretty heavy. It was a heavy day yesterday for sure. But today is a little lighter. Ooh, you can't make this up though. So the energy we're going to go into is our heart. And where is it leading us, okay? Where is our hearts leading us as we are moving out of this February frequency? Oh, and look at the bottom. The Lover's card is at the bottom. So where is this heart leading us in love, okay? We're asking Spirit, today, where is our heart leading us in love? As I personally am really needing some clarity with this. You know, I've been on the fence and off the fence, on the fence, and really trying to see, you know, what is really going on. Look, I hope my Mr. Forever is coming. You and me both, sis. I said we are queens. Oh, shoot. Where's my crown? I don't have my crown on. Look at this. I'm taking a pause. I got to go get the crown. Hold up. Wait a minute. I will return. Okay? I will return. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. Your soul sister had to go get her crown, and you know, I've been moving around a lot of things, so look what I get to wear today. Y'all ain't seen this one. This was my birthday crown, my ascension crown. So as we coming into this new energy, I couldn't even find the other one. So I have many crowns, y'all. So this one wanted to show up today. So, okay, back to it. I had to run downstairs. As y'all see, I'm in a new space and I'm in the process of shifting my house around. So, I don't know what I did with it. I had it on earlier, but I don't know what I did. So, this one is it. Whew, I'm out of breath. I ran quick. So, thank y'all for sticking around. Those of you who are still in the space as we are tapping into this love energy as we come into our last and final day of February of being madly in love with us. Are we going to leave February with a broken heart? No. Are we going to navigate our love frequency as we choose to find our Mr. Forever, as Kiki said? Yes. So obviously, I come on here, I work with spirit, the highest vibration of love and light, to bring forth a message. So we're talking about the love. So again, this is the first card. We're going to do a 7-card pull, and then I will answer some questions. So get your questions in the chat. So 7 of Swords says, you know, it may not look exactly like you want it to look right now. Your love life might be a little faltering, but there is still light. You got to keep looking and be prepared when he shows up, okay? Then we're going to pull 7 real quick. Then expect surprises in that space. It could be chaos and destruction, or it could just be a beautiful surprise. As I was in a conversation about surprises today, and they weren't so pretty, but look, the sun is coming out after the tower. So that is a good sign, you know. It really may be a good surprise coming in as you navigate that experience, even though it doesn't look exactly like you want it to. Goodness gracious. I got to get a new desk that's big enough so that I don't always drop the cards. And after the sun comes the 9 of Pentacles. So that means that's a good thing, but you have to begin to balance it and bring harmony into that relationship. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once it shows up into our love life, okay? We're going to get 2 more cards. We'll take this one, which is the 8 of Wands again, meaning it's happening quickly. And then there were 2 more, but they turned over the wrong way. So we ain't gonna take them. We'll do 1 more. Thank you for the heart. Thank you for the love. Thank y'all for the taps, taps, taps. Because we want to bring everybody who needs this message into the room. And again, I am answering questions. So if you have any questions that you want some, what's it called, clarification on, please go ahead and put those in the chat. Oh, you love my crown? Yes, girl. She decided to show up today. She wanted to do something different. This was my birthday ascension crown. I haven't worn it on here, but yeah, check that out. It's amethyst, aquamarine, and smoky quartz with a aquamarine little bedazzle in the middle. So yeah, because I'm an Aries, you know, aquamarine is our stuff. Okay, you got a question. Give thanks. So the last thing is we are creating the world we want, where everything begins to align. So I'm going to read this message very, very quickly. The first 2 cards that we pulled earlier was the Chariot and the 3 of Hearts. We are like, where are we going with this heart energy as we close out? February, we are going to be prepared and look for those opportunities to see the light, okay? Expect the surprises in your love life. Expect the sun to shine on that. You know, new opportunities as it shows up, bringing you exactly what you need. But you really do have to balance those energies of this or that, you know, because sometimes it'll look a little shady and we be like, is this really what I want? Just sit with that and balancing it and bringing harmony and equilibrium into it, and see the changes come through really, really quickly with the 8 of Wands. And then understand that it is truly your world and you are creating it. So continue to hold the vibration and bring forth that which you desire. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know the questions would move up. And I've never seen it how I can move them down. Okay. Goodness gracious. Oh, somebody help me. How do I go back up to see the questions? Because I want to start at the top. Scroll the chat. I don't even see the scroll. I'm trying to do arrows. Go up, up. It's like some things here. Wait, let me see. What is this? Well, the way it's showing on my computer, I really don't know how to scroll it. I'm sorry, I'm new to this whole thing, so I'm trying to learn it as I go. And this is day number 59. So I'm gonna start at what I can see. If cinnamon, okay, yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you. That's the first one that came through. What's coming next with me and my partner? I keep being told we'll commit to each other soon, but I don't know. Oh, girl, I'm gonna ring that in because that was the energy that I have been in with, if y'all been watching me a while, I've been on again, off again in this relationship. But for MMW, what is this partner situation? Are they gonna stay committed to each other, or what is coming next? We're gonna go with this one first, the angel card, and it says, meditation brings the best answer. So you've been sitting with it for a while. So what is it that you know? Okay, but we'll go right here. I don't know, but I think he's been talking to other people, and it's been 4 years casual. Okay, so you want commitment. Let's go. We're going into the tarot real quick to see what the tarot says. What card for clarification for MM? We've never committed? You've never committed. Okay. I know that he's into games and all over it. So do you want to play games? Because this comes out. You need to be the emperor, and take the pieces on the game. So you need to get clear about what it is that you want from him. If you haven't told him yet, you need to get clear about what it is that you want out of the relationship. So that means get clear about what you want and speak those truths to him. If you're looking for a committed situation, you need to let him know that. And then be okay with whatever answer he gives you. We're going to go back into the... Yeah, you got to tell him, hey, I don't want to be casual. I want a commitment. But no, these men, they like to play. If you ain't locking him down, honey, he's free game. So you got to be clear. Let's see. The angels say, remain positive. So once you say what you want, the emperor is the person that controls the pieces on the game. We're all in this game together. And if you think he should just already know, you just have to say, hey, I need commitment. Because this is saying, in the slub reading, the 7 cards before, was saying that you have to bring balance and harmony to it, but you have to truly be clear also about that which you desire, because you might be shocked and it says remain positive. So just set it out there. Is Marcus the one for you? Okay, let's see. Is Marcus the one for cinnamon? Is Marcus, this one wants to come out. He's helpful. Has he been helping you with a lot of things? Marcus, is Marcus, oh girl. It says no. Why do you want Marcus? Is he being real helpful? Because it said helpful people first, and then it said no. So if he's just been helping you, keep him in the friend zone, honey. Don't try to make anything more out of it. You will be disappointed. Trust the process. Trust that, sometimes we can have male friends, and it don't have to become more than that. But they might still be around to help you. So, take that as a win and trust the process. Anyone else has questions? Oh, these cards are jumpy. So let's go. They all over the place. My goodness. Y'all speaking words, many words. Turning upside down, you turn me. You're giving love frequently. round and round you turn me. Does anybody know that song? Or is that beyond y'all day? Okay? I'm the old woman in the house, I feel. But I'm young at heart, and my little girl is here with y'all with these cards today. So, yeah, we playing. Anyone else have any questions? Concerns? Comments? As we tap into these surprises in our love life, as we close out this February 28th energy. Come on in, CC Love. Welcome, welcome, welcome everyone who is in the chat. I'm open to questions. I'm open to comments. I'm open to just tapping into energy. I'm going to read the ancestor energy for the 7-card pool that I pulled. I did put those cards back, and I hated that I did that because I could continue to follow. Okay. Is Jomel leaving me? Do you feel like Jomel is leaving you, sis? If you feel it, you already know, but I'm going to tap in for you. Is Jomel leaving me? Well, we were in the ancestor deck. So it says miracles in motion, and then it says inspired action. So that might mean probably so. Action is going on, but we're going to go into these. He's hard to read. Yeah, men are hard to read, but this says no. It says no, he's not. Maybe it says mother God, miracles in motion, and then it said take inspired action. So maybe you also need to say yes to him and let him know. So it's like, what do you want? That's bringing that equilibrium. Hot and cold, yeah. But we as the women, we have to put light on the subject. We have to lighten the darkness by saying specifically what we desire. This is how we enable these men to continue to play. And we want commitment, and they like, oh, she ain't saying nothing, so what? You said, who is my husband planning? Wait, who is my husband plan? Girl, what is this saying? Are you asking? Oh, okay. Give thanks. Is my husband planning on divorcing me? Girl, trouble in the home? Or what? Angel number says it's going to be successful either way. So, what is really going on in that relationship? Let's see. We're going to tap into the tarot. Success either way. So don't take a divorce as a failure. Okay? It's confusing at times. So look, if it's confusing and you've been communicating your truth, this is the last day of February. We letting go of the things that no longer serve us. And maybe that time is over. You know, say goodbye to the days of holding on at the expense of your happiness, okay? You know, you can be, what are they called? Co-partners. You can be co-partners if you have children. But again, that card comes right back out. So it's light and darkness. It's navigating your heart. Which way do you want to take it? Which way do you want to go with the relationship? Because ultimately, it does depend on you, because you're at the top. You're taking the reins. So which way do you want it to go? If it's confusing and you fought a good fight, sometimes it's okay to say a loss is a win, you know? Just see how you can navigate that for your highest good. Because this was the first card that came out, along with the three of cups. No, the 3 of swords, which is the 3 of swords is the broken heart. So you don't want a divorce. You don't want the divorce, okay? So are you willing to accept what is there and make it successful? I'm trying to find the other card that came out real quick because I've shuffled them up. So this is the 3 of swords, and the Chariot was the energy that first came out as what does Spirit want to talk about. So you said you don't want a divorce, but you're willing to deal with it. Okay, so the angel card, the first one that came out was success. So if you don't want it, you have to do the things to make it successful. You know, tarot is never the end all be all. It's your own will. What do you want? What do you desire? And what are you willing to do to make it work and to make it successful? You know, sometimes we got to give a little love to ourselves and not look for it from anybody else. I'm going to ring that in. Sometimes we want someone to show up for us in a way that we're not showing up for us. So do that, sis. Show up for you. Do the things that make you feel love. Include him in it, because this is how we get the surprises. Okay, so gorgeous. You say, makes me sick even to think about us splitting, but I don't think the relationship serves me anymore. Yeah, those are those hard things. Let's see. What is it saying? No, we're going to go in this tarot deck. What is the advice that we will give for so gorgeous Dominique? Love on yourself, girl, the lovers. And I'm going to read this one from the book just because everybody, and this lover card was at the bottom of the deck when I pulled the Three of Hearts and the Chariot to start this energy. So lover's card shows up again, and we're all in this energy of love, wanting to find clarity. So I'm going to go into the book. This is the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann. And lover's card is a major arcana card. So this is a card that is huge life shifts, right? And really this month we have been talking about being madly in love with me. So if you can't give that love to yourself, you're not going to get it from anyone else. You have to be the everything that you seek, and you will attract that to be mirrored back to you. Okay? So this card says, my heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. So whatever union it is, expand into it with trust. Get out your head. Quit making up stories. Quit thinking worst case scenario. Do the things that serve what you want. That's what you got to do. You got to get out your head and into your heart, because where your heart is, there you should speak, there you should receive, not in your head, because our monkey mind will have us thinking all kind of things based on what we are not aligning to for ourselves. And I'm going to use this time, let me ring that in. We have to give to ourselves, and this is where I teach my clients about the align method or the align framework. So the first way that we align is by finding out what our I am is. And that goes back to the end of the world. That world card was the last card that ended our 7-card pool. So it's like the world is our playground, but we have to align. And the way that we align is first by making sure we know who we are, making sure we know what we desire. Okay, so this is the world card. Okay, you see her colors are all red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, white. Okay, so this is how we create our world, by aligning to the truth of who we are. So as you begin to align your root chakra, right, aligning to anchor, the first word align is to anchor. Okay, the first letter A is to anchor. Once you begin to anchor in your I am, you then begin to liberate yourself. L, liberate yourself from limiting beliefs. Liberate yourself from the low vibrational ideas. Liberate yourself from old stories and the past. Liberate yourself from anything that does not align with what you are. Okay, so I am love is a great place to start. I am love. How is love showing up in this situation? How would love show up in this situation? Liberate anything else that is not of love. And then begin to illuminate that which you desire. Shine light on it. Shine a little light on the subject. Be lighthearted in the subject. Be able to go in blindly, but in the brightness of it, not in the shadow. Okay? The shadow is where the monkey mind begins to show up. So you go into the light, even blindly, knowing that you are love. Knowing that everything love is going to show up for you. That's the surprises of the tarot in this reading. So as you illuminate the whole situation, just shine a lot of light on it, light and love. And then you begin to generate from that space. So those things begin to show up. And you have to continually hold the vibration of whatever your I am is. And then you have to nourish it and understand that even in the tower moments where things look like chaos and destruction, you have to find the space of light. You have to find the place of how can this work for me? How good can it get? That is my aligned framework. And I tell you, if you use it, you won't lose with the stuff I use, okay? We're going to ring that in. And this is my anchor, you see? I anchor in everything in my pendulum. And as it's going, it's saying, yeah, just align, 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 align. Okay? We are aligning to the truth of what we want, what we seek, what we desire. And we do not see anything other than that, even in the midst of chaos. Okay? So we're going to ring that in. Any more questions in the audience? Please, please, please tap in. If you haven't already, and if you're not aware, I do have a Circle of Sister podcast on YouTube where all of these 365 days will be posted, along with other lives that I've done with the group that I'm in the sanctuary on the school platform. So if you haven't checked those out, please tap in and check it out, because this is where you're going to get clear about what your next steps are. Getting clear about how you show up for yourself first and foremost. You got to show up for you before any other person will. And that's a message for me as well. So I give thanks for that. So now we're going to tap into where's our soul taking us in this ride of self-love and our relationships. What is it? What is the message from our soul? What cards do we need to see today to support this message for today? Give thanks. We give thanks for the energy and the ancestors and all the highest vibration that shows up. So judgment, and this judgment card is also in line with the tarot card, and it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, meaning that we can't dictate how someone else shows up. We can't dictate or command how someone else shows up in our life. We can only accept and say whether that's something we're willing to accept. And if it's not something we want to accept, we have to allow them to go on their path as the chariot showed up, and we continue to navigate our own path at the highest frequency of light, if that makes sense. Okay? Let's see if there's any other soul message in this for our love, energy, and frequency for this last day of February. It is pride. This one has come out before. And y'all, we can't make this up. I cannot make this up. As you see, it says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. All right? We give thanks for that card. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. And then a card fell on the floor, and that is peace. You can say peace like deuces, or you can bring peace into the situation. So it says, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. We can't make this up. This is how spirit shows up, okay? So when you make that commitment to yourself, to love yourself unconditionally, to attract those things that love you back the way you want to be loved, you will be in a place of peace. and you can liberate yourself from all the lower energy that doesn't support your peace. Ashe? Give thanks. Give thanks. We have a few more minutes on this call. If someone wants to ask a question as you're coming into the room, I am here and I am open to questioning for clarification or deeper dive. Welcome in, welcome in. We are pulling tarot today, oracle cards, and our ancestor deck, and the angels. So we're tapping in. So if you have a question, the energy of today was all about our love frequency, and to be able to expect surprises to show up in your life, in your love life. The lover showed up, and ultimately you have to be the number one lover of your soul, and you have to navigate the energy of how you want to move. No matter how someone else is showing up, you have to show up the way you're supposed to show up. Greetings, Brooklyn. Thank you for your question. Will me and him get together soon? Girl, you better be clear about this getting together. Because are you just hooking up? Or do you want a committed relationship, honey? But we going in. Will Brooklyn and me and him get together soon? Will Brooklyn and him get together soon? What kind of get together are we getting together, sis? Let's see. The first card out is abundance. And the second one was if you believe. So what is it? That's where I was saying you better be clear about what it is you want. Because it's an abundance of hymns out there. It's an abundance of opportunities to get together with somebody. But what do you want? And it says improvement of health. So maybe there's some alignment stuff that needs to happen. Okay? In order for you to get truly what you desire. Okay, to marry him. See, that's a different question, honey. So let's see. Will Brooklyn and him get married? We want clarity here. We want clarity in this questioning. So the first one is maybe there's some forgiveness that needs to take place, and maybe you need to reconsider. Do you really want to marry him? Or does he really want to marry you? Let's see what the ancestors say about that. It said reconsider. Okay? What else can she take away from this from the ancestors for deeper understanding? We're going to take this first card. And it says make a decision speedily, because you are in a very fragile space. That's what I'm hearing. That maybe this is like, you know really what you know, but maybe you don't want to make the decision, but maybe you should make a decision quickly so that the right one can come in. I don't know. Tarot doesn't decide anything. Only you know the true answer. But this is what's coming up. Ashe? And the cards that just flipped over was a King of Pentacles. Is he the money man? Does he got a lot of money? Is that what's keeping you around? Don't be in love with somebody for money, honey. Because the money can get gone and you left wondering, oh, he don't got a lot of money. Okay, maybe the one with the money is on the way. I don't know. Is that what your thoughts are in the idea of whether or not you should marry him? Is that a hindrance, maybe? The next card that came out is the Wounded Healer. Are y'all connecting and bonding over some low vibrational things and activities? Okay. Well, it says next that you need to set your, this was what I say, this girl is on fire. This is that card for me. And I always say the only way that you're going to know is if you can be your true self, expressing all that you are, living your best life, and he is supporting it. If that's something to consider, that is where I would start. Or reconsider. And find someone that you can have fun with. That's always an option. Any other questions? Thank you for your questions, Brooklyn. Any new question? Opening up the chat for everybody to tap in. Let me ask one more question for Brooklyn and him. We're going into the soul's journey. Let's see what they have to say. Just quickly, that one wanted to pop. And it says grief, Brooklyn. Grief. Grief. And then forgiveness had come out as well. So it says, I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. If that don't give you some clarity, honey, I don't know. I think you better let it go. Looks like another love TKO. I mean, I'm just saying that came up. All right. Any other questions in the chat? Please come through. Please come through. I'm here for you. Just tapping into a little tarot today. Getting in my time. Getting in my place. Give thanks, sis. You are welcome. At the end of all my calls, I do give a shout out to my books. I have written this book, Embracing the Queen Within, which is all of a self-help book. It talks about practical spirituality and how it meets holistic health, finding your well-being, finding your I am, and being able to anchor into it through 12 principles of sacred living. And then my most important book is Aligned and Crowned, the wheel within the wheel. So it is our will being done on earth as it is in heaven, and it is up to us to create based on what it is we desire. You know, the world will continue to turn, things will continue to happen, but it's up to you to be so steadfast, unmovable, that you see all of your hopes and dreams come true. So until next time, I'm your soul sister, speaking out and fixing crowns in the process. So until next time, peace and love.